Hey, hello traders. I hope you're doing well. It's been 4 days since we last chatted. It's been the weekend, this Monday, Tuesday, which I regularly work. I took some trades, but I'd rather go through them in an afternoon recap rather than now, because now it's a trading time. They were profitable, both of them. I made around 10% in those days, but we'll go through them in our evening recap probably today. I'm not sure what time. Uh, so yeah, just give me a second, please. Okay, yeah. So basically, yesterday and today. No, sorry, 2 days ago we had. I'll show you my high time frames. Just give me a second. So basically, you can see now my high time frames. So you basically, like 2 days ago, we had a big trending day. We came into yesterday. We had mostly the price ranging between the weekly previous DVA VWAP, you see right here. And then since late evening of today, we moved up a bit higher to the quarterly previous DVA high, and we're just doing prices ranging between that quarter level and the weekly previous DVA high. And just above this, the monthly previous DVA high, which is creating a bearish zone. Just above is the monthly DVA high, the developing value, and which is also a bearish sentiment. So this whole area is kind of like bearish, especially until we break above the monthly DVA high. So basically now we're just building a base, and hopefully it will manage to break above the monthly DVA high. So it's going to break this bearish area. Unless, and I'm going to show you on the high time frames, unless we try consistently with today and the day after to break that zone. If we fail, we're looking to retest 57.97, which is basically around here. Basically, this is the base of the whole structure here, which we're trying to break now. So if this fails below that structure, then we'll be looking to sell into this area. Because don't forget, now we're testing a bearish zone, a big one here, and we may not be able to break it, so we may retrace back and test 57.97, which previously was the monthly VWAP, if you remember. We haven't back tested that monthly VWAP, which is a possible scenario to happen within the next few days. And I'm going to show you now the high time frame, what I mean. It's very visible. Yeah, so basically you can see now the high time frames. We're still within the yearly. So prices you see on the yearly is been ranging. Quarter-wise, you can see the price had just went above the highs, or there is also the possibility to retrace back and test then test the DVA low from the inside. And I'll show you what I mean. So basically we're here now If we get rejected from that zone, we're looking to backtest the monthly DVA high and then move higher. Okay. Then going into the monthly, we'll see that this area we're now is we're just trying to break the monthly DVA high, previous DVA high, and uh, and the monthly developing DVA high. So basically, this whole area is bearish. That's why probably we haven't been able to break it. So if we fail, and if you see here, so you know, basically if you see here, there's like a structure. So the structure base is basically here. If we fall below, we're looking to short up to the 57.50s right here. This was the monthly, which is the monthly VWAP, and the previous very high of August, the monthly. Here we have down forces from the bearish, from the bears, which are like here. So basically, our next scenario, our hypothesis, trade below, trade above if we break out. But until then, we can take longs from that base, or we can take longs from the recent base here, which I'm gonna show you very soon what I mean. And then we can just trade the longs again. We're having an interesting setup now, so I'm just gonna stop talking. So that's what I'm trying. I may try to get a long here now because this is the magnet price. And we'll see. Ideally, I'll be looking for a failed breakdown of that and then re-entering. But we'll see how it goes. It's a good area to enter. It's where the bulls of that little range. Okay, we're falling behind. We're just doing the fail break now. It broke below for about 4 points. It's not enough. It could be 10 points. We could possibly test this one and go up. Let's see. Ideally, we'll go here and go back, but we'll see. If price goes above here, I'm gonna enter, having as a profit target around this one. It's basically around 15 points. Okay, we could possibly see some kind of failed breakdown here. And let's see. Price continues to go lower. We could be seeing a massive selling back to the monthly VWAP, as I told you before. Let's see. We're testing this level now. This is a technical level. We're one of the lows, not the very low of yesterday's range, but not at the very low. Just remember, we're selling below 57.97. we're just way below, around here. Yeah, 57.95. Yeah. So below here, below this area, we can sell. I'm not entering yet because this is still a buyer's area. If buyers don't show up until here, or I see any failed breakdown here and keeps coming down, then I'll be looking to entering shorts. At the same time, I'm looking at the high time frames. So you see on the high time frames, we're in the buyer's zone. This is a buyer's zone. You see yesterday from the range, this is a very good place to go long and hold it. So buyers found some support here and it's starting to reversing slowly. So let's see, we found some support here. If price reverses and we get within this range, probably above here, 58.60, I'm going to be looking to buy. Let's see. You see that the buyers who don't have a chance here, they try to buy, they get sold immediately. That would be a nice place to short as well. But because bulls are in control, I try to avoid shorts, as you understand. But whoever took it, yeah, that would be great to trade as well. Okay, we do like a kind of a retest of this area. And let's see now. It's gonna pop up. Again, I'm not gonna try to trade immediately high or any rejection. Instead, I'm gonna be looking for longs right here, this area. So basically now we are, as I said, we're within a range, and I don't want to buy it blindly here and then price fall up beneath, because here that's the ultimate low, this one. So there is still some gap to go shorts if he wants to, or if I don't want to enter very soon, because we may, as I told you before, we may see some kind of this price action, and I don't want to get caught up in here going long. So I'll be waiting to be safe and go here. Or the other scenario is price goes up to 57.97, which is about here. Yeah, we may see some failed breakdown in this area, and then I'm gonna re-enter. But now we're just doing hypothesis, and we'll see what price action will do. Okay, we see again price coming. Gonna be looking too long. If it stays above, we see some kind of reaction here. So let's see if there's gonna be any form of continuation. The volume is really good. Let's see. I don't want to be entering soon. That's why I'm just have to wait. We saw some kind of reaction there, so we may be heading for the first scenario to go lower, but we'll see. I really doubt we're gonna go any lower, but that's my personal opinion. You see how weak are the candles here? That means that the volume is, on the verge between buyers and sellers. So haven't decided yet where it's gonna go. Let's trying it, break it again. But the volume is weak, you see. Most of it is absorbed. Yeah, so basically if it breaks here, then we'll be looking to see a breakdown around 57.97 right here. So if we see if it'll break down, ideally there, but no lower than 57.83, so no lower than here. It could be like, for example, like uh, come here 57, do a fake breakdown, and then going up. That would be another scenario. But if the bulls are quite strong and hold this one base, we can see like straight away going up. But we'll see how it pans out. We're not just in a choppy area because buyers and bulls are trying to decide, who's the stronger one. Ideally, I want to be entering around about. You see this pale green line is basically is today's value area low, and the high is on here. So basically, what I want to see is price retracing and maybe like back testing it, this value area high, and then aiming for longs. So if we do that, I'll be, happily hold until here. And of course, always taking levels to levels, the Mancini's levels, which are these dashed lines. So if I am in there here, I'm going to be taking out my first profit here, second profit, and then I'm going to hold the runner up to the end. Ideally, is to go with three contracts, so I can take one here, and leave a runner. But that would be too much of a risk, and probably I'll go with with 2 micros instead of 3. Possibly I'm gonna take my first out around here in this area, which is the VWAP as well, and then leave a runner as for the rest of the day or up to here, wherever it goes first. But in the meanwhile, we'll see a very choppiness action around the base. Till price decides where it's gonna go, I'm just gonna do a quick coffee. Okay. Let's see. Okay, price really wants to push things down. So far it's failing to cross this area, so it's all the sellers are getting absorbed. But remember, we no need to rush to enter any trades here, even though the area is generally very good here. We just want to see some strength from the buyers, price, you know, reclaiming this area and then entering. Now we're like within a battle between the buyers and the sellers. So, so just show you, this is like basically my hypos for today. We're basically looking to short below the 57.97. The weekly previous DVA low is at 92, so basically go below 92. I'm gonna be looking for highs if price reclaims this area. We're now here around. If it reclaims here, I'm gonna be looking to long until the 58.32. And there's another possibility as well. Also, I'm gonna be looking for longs, especially if we break above the 58 here. Possible continuation. And the other scenario says that we're gonna be like ranging today, extending this base. Okay. So let's see what's gonna happen. it's always to leave a runner. I mean, today we'll see. We'll see. I may go with the three contracts, take two, and leave a runner because I have the feeling like at some point this range is going to break to the upside, and it would be nice to have a runner when it breaks. Generally, generally speaking, but we're gonna go through this at my recap. Generally speaking, this March was been probably one of the best months I've ever been. Um so far, I think I've made around uh, I think I've made around 20% or so back of my account just for this month. And I've had only two losing days, which one was basically a very small loss. The other one was normal loss. And the rest has been green days. So basically, like 90, I don't know, 95% of my days were green. And yeah, just keep building my top step account. I'm not in a rush. Whenever I pass the evaluation, I'm gonna pass it. There's no rush for it. For me, I mostly trust my process and taking things slow according to my process. And yeah, building up, just it's gonna happen eventually. It's a matter of time. The thing is always to keep your risk low. That's the thing. So we're back into the intraday chart as the buyers are trying to reclaim this area. You see they tried to push with no success. But we're still within this, choppy area, so let's see. I'm gonna make this line black as well. Because it's a quarterly previous DVA high here, which been working like a magnet for the price. And let's see what we have any news today. Twenty-sixth of March. No, we have got no news. Tomorrow is the final GDP quarter in the unemployment claims, which is like very, very important, especially the GDP. Even though it's a final, usually the preliminary is uh, is very strong, but the final is strong as well. And the unemployment claims, it's around 12:30 tomorrow. Yeah, the final GDP is usually not very strong because all the government organizations usually they get uh, the most important stats regarding the GDP. They're getting from the preliminary report. They don't wait. They can't wait until the quarter ends to see how to adjust their economics. So basically, the final one is just a confirmation or denial of the preliminary GDP, which is the most important. Uh, yeah, I don't rely much on the. I'm not like swing trading or anything, so I don't rely much on the news. But it's nice to know what's going to affect the market at that time, so I don't get caught by surprise. Okay, we're looking now to test again the 57.97. I'll be looking to short below that, but we need to see now how the bias. We just left this chop area. We're testing this 57.97. Below that, this is our first stop. So it's a nice long range. I may be looking to scale out at 57.92 if we go here because it's the weekly previous DVA low. Yeah, in this area here, we might be looking for some buyers. But we'll see how it's gonna go. We're just waiting now for the test of 57.97. Again, let's see. Sellers are pressing for that level to break. We may see some really good imbalance down day to day. Here was another low which happened, it's a back test of a level. which later then created the structure. So basically, I'm gonna be entering below that, which is around 50. Let's see, it's around here. Yeah. So let's put it as a marker. If it goes below that, then I'm gonna be entering. But I'm gonna enter cautiously because here we have another level, which is the weekly previous DVA low. Below that, there's a big gap here, so we can enter fearlessly. So what I'm looking is basically I can enter with one contract here, and then when we break that line as well, which is a weekly previous DVA low, which is 57.92. Okay, so basically I can end up with one contract here if we break below, and then enter another contract here on the way down. Take my first profit here, and then leave it. But we'll see now, it may be actually everything. It may be a big failed breakdown. And if it is a failed breakdown, it's of decent 15 points, which is very normal. Usually failed breakdowns, they are around 10 points. So basically it would be around 5803. It's basically around here. So we'll see how it goes. Trading is all about waiting for your setups. Okay, so we're still in the area with we're just waiting to see. Just as a reminder, we wait to see either a reclaim of this level, where I'm gonna go long here, or the I'm gonna go short from this level 57.97, which is one of the lowest, one of the base of the structure, and I'm gonna be looking to enter one contract here and one contract if we fall behind this level, which is a weekly previous DVA low. But in the meanwhile, we have to wait and see where price, is gonna go from there. I'm just gonna see again the big structure. So we're basically here now, and I'm be looking to reclaim this area. So I'm going to be entering around here if it goes. Aiming to take profits around here. Just trailing the range. If we get to that, we'll see. Otherwise, I'm going to be looking because this one is basically this is a buyer's area. Okay. So basically, what I'll be looking either this one holds, goes above here. I'm going to buy it from here to here, or it may break that buyer's area, backtest and go to the lows. So any of these. Below, as you see, the price action has been quite choppy here, but there was no structure, there was no, base. It was just basically like ranging. That's why I'm selling. If we go to here, if we fell below the weekly PCV low, we may be as well looking to have some really good sell until the yearly, probably DVA low. Who knows? But still, the buyers haven't been able to reclaim that level, the quarterly. Mm. We see we tested the 57.97 and we saw some immediate reaction. These are quality setups and that we're talking about. Failed breakdowns, reclaim of the overnight high, reclaim of the quarterly previous DVA high, and then boom, ending here. 2-3 contracts go a little bit heavy if the setup is good, and then boom, scale out here to the highs and leave one runner up just in case. But the buyers doesn't look they can push too much, to be honest, so far. But yeah, whoever who's been trading ES for quite a while can see that the big volume can happen anytime. It could be, it could be quiet for a long time and boom, suddenly you see like massive volume coming in. So you never know with this market. Okay, so we see some good price action now. Yeah, so nothing so far. We've just been waiting and waiting. We're still well within the first hour now of the market opening. Okay, let's see. Sellers are trying to push for a retest of the 57.97. It's there where we're gonna see we may see some stuff like this. Second retest and then low. Okay, we're back into the action now. Uh, Almost an hour and a half after the opening, we see there was like a test of 57.97. Then there was kind of rejection of the DVA low, another failed breakdown of the 58.03. Now we see some solid price action from the buyers. They're trying to reclaim the 58.50, 58.15s. Still unable to though. So now we see that price maybe trying to create some form of bearish flag with a possible possible like continuation to the downside then and retest of the 57.97. I say looks like it because in the end it may usually it's a bearish flag, but sometimes yes, just continues to the upside. Okay, now we see another retest of a 57.97. So we'll see how this is gonna hold now. Okay, we see it's kind of like breaking now. Let's see if there's gonna be any form of continuation or if this was just a blip. Okay, now we are at the lowest possible point at the whole construction we saw earlier before the high time frames. So let's see if it's gonna break it or hold it. It could be easily like also all this pattern could be easily just a failed breakdown in order for the price to carry on. It fits the criteria as about 13 points, but I don't think so. It looks like it's gonna break. Okay, we see now the price action is pressing that point. We're going to test now the weekly previous DVA low, which is around here, and let's see if it's gonna break that. If it breaks that, then we're gonna be entering short. With that stop first. That's the first, and that one second around here. Here's some initial reactions from the weekly previous DVA low. But let's see how the sellers they can continue to the downside. Because remember we are already in an upper running downtrend for quite a while. We're still 50% of the APR. Which is about, the APR is about 95 points from the price opening. Okay, we see price is having difficulty to break the weekly previous DVA low. That reminds me that pattern here. It reminds me of failed breakouts pattern. Like a very pointy and quickly reversing to the upside. And I think I'm gonna be entering along here. I'm just gonna be waiting. Okay, 57.99. Here we are. Yeah, 57.99. It's basically the value area low. So if we break above it, I can re-enter. I can enter along. I'm not quite sure why it doesn't show any line here. Okay, let's see. So far the pattern is that we do pullbacks and we continuously do lower lows. So this one could be easily just another pullback to test the weekly low. So this is why we have to be careful. As far as technical analysis, basically we need to go long, we need to retrace the 5809. Okay, we see some pullbacks now. As I see it in the high time frames, on the monthly, it looks like price is gonna break down, but on the weekly, it looks like we're gonna do the range to the upside. So we see now this 3 weeks parallel means that there's stops here. So let's see. Price is still at the extremes of the volume area. So let's see if it's gonna go back and test at least the VPOC, which is around here, 5809. Okay, we see another attempt for a pullback to go downside and retest the 5792. By the way, if we go indeed long, this is a very good side to get on the weekly. I'm going to show you now what I mean. Yeah, if we look at the high time frames, this is a good area to go long. If we fail to go short, it's a very good area to go long and capture all this movement to the upside, which is about 50 points altogether. But still we have to wait to see if it's actually gonna fail. And basically what I'm trying to do now is see possible reaction here. If price holds the bouncing and then retraces and recaptures this level, which is weekly DVA low as well, I'll be looking for some longs here now. With a scale out here and then possible continuation to the upside. But all I have to do, I'm just waiting to see if there's going to be any higher highs and if price is gonna reclaim that level. We're at the very lows of the structure. If it breaks below, we're 100% looking for a retest of the monthly VWAP. It's about the 57.52. So basically, 57.52 is all the way around here. So we're made as well looking very good scenarios. Let's see if there's going to be any continuation or something. As I said before, if whoever shorted this, that would be a good trade, but it's I always try to go with the general sentiment, which at the moment is bullish. So that's why I didn't take the trade, and I'm looking for longs. It's getting very late now, and normally I would stop streaming or I would stop trading, but we're in a very sensitive area now, so I'm just gonna hold my streaming for quite a while now, even though I'm a bit tired. But so price seems 57.92 seems to hold. Yeah, so basically now we're at the moment where we see the sellers, they run out of steam, they can't push any lower. But at the same time, the buyers, they don't seem to have any decent volume to push higher. So we're just price is just stalling now. But as I said, we're at a very good spot to take a long from here. Okay, we did kind of like the, how do you call it? I think they call it like a spring pattern or something like this, where price goes spring pattern, I think they call it. So we see the sellers, it can't press anymore. If I see this level here, so we see here there's some form of flat squeeze or flat wicks. If price breaks above, I think I'm gonna put just one micro, limited, just limited risk. And if we break above here, I'm just gonna put like full risk of 2 micros, just to get an average entry point of around somewhere in the middle, just to get a better price. So we see price is trying to retest the 57.95. Today, honestly, this is a game. Today is a game of very, very patient people. It doesn't mean that necessarily, because we're on the charts, it doesn't mean necessarily that we have to take a trade. You know what I mean? If the trade is there, we're gonna take it. If not, nevertheless, you know, not trading in a day, it's better than trading and losing. So just preservation of capital. So we'll just wait to see now how it's gonna pan out. I think we're at the turning point now. We're at the zone where the bull should show some signs of, strength. They haven't shown anything so far, to be honest. All their attempts have been choppy action, and up to a certain point. So it is more likely, that price is gonna break down eventually. So if the price wicks a little bit here or even lower, uh, I'm gonna put just one micro. If price continues lower after one or two candles, I'm gonna put my full size, just in case it blips lower and back retraces again. But yeah, let's see how it's gonna pan out now. It's very interesting. That's the second retest of the 57.92s. Okay, so some kind of absorption there, but the price is not retracing, so okay, the prices keep retesting that level. It hasn't gone anywhere. Just eating out all the stops slowly until it's gonna break down. Uh, I don't have a VWAP. I'm sorry, I don't have a bookmap now to see, but if I could, I'm sure there would be like many stops here. Gonna try to find something on the YouTube. Usually they do some do of usually they do some sort of live, especially the bookmap page. Okay, we see now it's trying to break that level. Okay, it's trying again. Okay, I see only NQ so far, but I see there are some significant sellers are pressing down. Okay, we see some kind of reaction there. Yeah, I think I got hold of the book up live from ES, which I can see. Oh, it's not a live action. This is from overnight session. Price still tries to break. Yeah, I think okay, I found the channel, which actually transmits ES on the book map. 5790s. Yeah, there's a massive selling there. Sorry, massive selling and a massive 5786 as well. Okay, we broke down. I'm just gonna put. Okay, I shorted it, and I'm gonna put my stops just above the wicks here, and I'm gonna be looking to take my initial profits. I'm just gonna put a Fibonacci up to this level, so it can dictate my taking profit target for the first. So here I'm gonna buy, create new order, buy limit 1, buy. Okay, and for my second one, it's gonna be around, let's say here somewhere. So okay, this is gonna be my second target. Even though I'm gonna try to trail it because we may see. Okay, there's some. Okay, let's see. So we broke the 57. Yeah, so basically this level, there was a big liquidity standing there, which we broke it. And the next one is around 5780. It's around here, I guess. Okay, now price is moving before the weekly previous DVA low. So there's some choppiness in the previous price action, which happened yesterday, no, 2 days ago in this area, which may suspect there might be some buyers. Our entry was alright, was decent. I went full in two contracts. As I saw, the price action was decent. So we're just waiting to take our first profits here. And then if price action goes below, I'm just gonna just trail it. Yeah, we're just heading now to the 50, 57. Yeah, that's on a different scale. So now we're just basically approaching to another buyer. So now some from liquidity. And let's see. We're about, yes, our first target was taking out. Nicely done. And I'm just now just gonna trail. So we have the buyers here. I'm just waiting to see price to get accepted here so I can trail my stop loss. Yeah, I'm not breaking it yet. I'm gonna bring it to break even, that's for sure. And I'm just gonna protect. Okay, price is going very well so far. On my left screen, I'm just looking. So the yearly DVA low, I need to see where's the yearly DVA low because I think it's gonna test it now. The yearly DVA low is at 57.79. Yeah, I have the impression that it's gonna test. Okay, I'm just gonna book some profits here below the closing of the previous candle, just 3 points above. Volume is okay, it's decent, and there's still some way to go to the downside. Okay, we're just building another base now. I'm gonna be very firm on my stop loss because I don't want to give up any trades, any profits. It's gonna be just one tick loose. Okay, price is trying to break lower, find some difficulty. Let's see. It's backtesting the major level, 57.83, and it couldn't break it above, so we may see some continuation here. We have my target, and we just need to raise it because it's exactly at the weekly previous DVA low, and it doesn't show 57.70. Yeah, that's exactly where my level should be now. So this is exactly where the Okay, here's exactly what the weekly previous DVA low is. Okay, we see some nice action there. Yes, we see some really nice action. So now we're just testing the weekly previous DVA low. That's fantastic. So both targets were taken out. 5%, 5% in. And I think that's enough for today. Price action was really good, especially at the last part where the sellers pump index incredibly large volume and got us to our target. I think from now on we may see some kind of reversal because we just hit the weekly previous DVA low, and I'm going to show you my other screen. So basically we see now, I'm going to show you the whole full structure. So basically this is the whole structure, you see. This one is the main structure, this is at the bottom leg. So basically we traded from right here until, so we got this bit, which is around 17 points. Okay. We traded this bit. We could potentially, as I said, go from above there, from the tops, when the market opened. But at that moment, the buyers were in control. Okay. So the next scenario now to the downside is what we expect to see is possibly a retest of the monthly VWAP. It's around the 5750s. 5750s just around the corner, just around here. But before that, we have the 5765. So basically, yeah, just over here is the weekly, sorry, it's the yearly DVA low. So there's a buyer sitting here, and I'm going to show you now exactly what I mean. So basically, the weekly previous DVA low here. This one needs to be adjusted. So I'm just going to. So the weekly DVA low basically now is at the 5765, 5765 and a half. Put it there. Okay, I'm just gonna delete this zone so it's easier for us. Okay, so basically we have the yield DVA low and the monthly VWAP. This is a very interesting area of buyers. So if I show you on my screen on the high time frames what I meant. So basically is what I was telling you before. Sorry. So what I was telling you before is here the DVA low. I was looking for that move. If it breaks below, it's the yearly DVA low, or possible rejection again, and try to the VWAP. So our next target now. So we are here. We fully backtested downside. That's the third week, the weekly. I was expecting some form of to the upside because we were at the base here. We didn't get it, so we're just heading lower. Price is probably just gonna head lower and lower. Just now found some buyers. And as I said, someone may leave a runner. You know what I mean? That would be nice to do. And personally, I don't like runners, but today it could be like very useful. I don't like runners because my account is small enough, so I can't afford to have just a runner, up extra risk for my account to have a runner. Uh, Later, when I get like a big account and I can afford an extra, micros, honestly, I wouldn't mind. Uh, and also, like leaving a runner is putting more risk. It's like I don't want to put any more risk than necessary. That's the thing. It's not about just leaving a runner, okay, because I can leave a runner and I can break even. You know what I mean? Put a break even, and it won't cost me nothing. But it's the initial, it's the initial like risk when you put it when you enter. It's higher. That's the thing. And yeah, I can't afford it right now as I'm trying to build my account. So far I'm just gonna be taking level to level, risk to risk, closing, bam, done for the day. I got my 5% today. That's all I need. That's if I get like 5-6%, nice. And yeah, basically, okay, let's go back. Sorry for that. Let's go back to the high time frames and see. So basically, yeah. So I was telling. So this one I was expecting that kind of move now. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think we're gonna have collapse to the downside again. Uh, so we have the rejection of the monthly. We see here the structure failed. We're heading downside, and I think we're heading now to the test of the monthly VWAP, which is around 57.50s, just 20 points away. And regarding the quarterly, again, it's kind of the same. It's definitely the quarterly DVA low, and on the weekly. We're testing the weekly now. Previous DVA low, which is this one. We haven't broken it below. We are about to break it just now. But just below that, around 15 points below that, is the yearly DVA low, which I expect buyers to step up. And then again, just so to give an example, like here's the monthly VWAP, and just right in the middle is the yearly, this one, the yearly DVA low. It's around the middle. Okay, so that's about it now. Let's see. Just gonna go to the. Yeah, so basically, so this is my intraday chart. I'm just gonna show you the high time frame. This is my high time frame. So we see now what I was talking about. That this is a weekly we saw before, the previous DVA low. Here we have the yearly DVA low. Here we have a technical level, and here we have the monthly VWAP. So I need to see where the monthly VWAP is exactly now. But I think it's around, yeah, it's around 57.50. Just gonna correct it. It's 57.50, 57.50, and 84. Okay. Yeah, so basically we have the monthly VWAP here. So all this area is buyers, and I didn't want to risk anything holding in this area. To make a profit, you don't need too much, to be honest. You just need to find where exactly you want to trade. And that's the beauty of the of trading. You can decide where to engage in the battle. No one's forcing you to enter, or whatever. For me, I hold my trades. I didn't put any trades until we just the base of the structure. Since the base broke below, I was free to enter, 100%. Now we are in the buyer's zone. I don't want to risk anything. That's why I cut my trades. But there is a very highly possibility we're going to test the monthly VWAP. Mancini describes this the same level in the technical terms as a kind of a megaphone pattern, which we broke within very bullishly, and now he was expecting at some point to retest that, and then we're going to see the reaction from there. Yeah, so after that megaphone lower border happened, we never retested it. So maybe that's the first time we're going to retest that lower border of the megaphone. And that megaphone border, the lower, happens to be exactly like the monthly VWAP. I'm going to see how he says. So he says 57 5740s. Yeah, 5740s. So basically like this area. 5740s around this area, just below the VWAP, basically this area. Here's the megaphone. We may try to retest it again, and then we'll see what happens. But my best estimation is around it's gonna test the VWAP first. We may have some good reaction there. Now price that just did the pullback now, and it's trying to push lower. But I think that's how far it's gonna go for today. We may see some continuation tomorrow, to be honest. And let's see if Mancini did any. Yeah, so I'm just watching the bookmark now. I'm gonna try and rebroadcast. So we see. So we see that now. It's basically from stream of live bookmap. So we see the stream. Yeah, so we see the live stream from the bookmap, and we see here a little bit the scale is different because here the mini S. So, but we see at the bottom of the structure here is when all the rejection here will happen. Here we got the trade, and here this start to go sideways now. It's trying to push lower, but we see multiple layers of liquidity standing here. Some stops going, to the highs. Actually, I see the price ladder is exactly the same. So we're at the 57.70s now. It's 57.77. So basically, 57.71. Yeah. So basically, here is where Mancini's level was, and there is like there's some liquidity standing there. There's more above. So there are three layers of liquidity above. we see here the buyers, you see how the buyers, if you can see my mouse, you see now how the buyers, this is a VWAP probably, no, or I'm not quite sure, no. You see how the buyers are stepping up now, they're pushing. They're pushing. Here are some stops from the sellers, which is they sat at 57.84. Yeah, this is another 57.84 is another major technical level. They're sitting there and they try to keep the buyer from going higher, but they're small orders. And we see previously we saw here that would be a nice time to enter. But it wasn't the bottom of the structure, but that would be a nice time because you see how many buyers are stepping in, trying to buy, and they all getting absorbed. Finally, the price collapses. It's around 57.81. Sorry, yeah, 57.80. Yeah. So the big now sellers coming in. You see, they're trying to test again this zone of 57.75. There's a massive absorption there. Anyway, that's from the VWAP, and let's see if Maccini has any update on it. He should have. He's very responsive on yeah, 7 minutes ago he posted actually. He says with a little help from the tariff headlines, I didn't know we had tariff headlines to be honest. He is finally moving 57 to 58.36. Sorry, 57.97. Yeah, to 50. It was a 2-day range. 59 fellow would see 57.83. We got it. 50.77. As posted, we tested 57 to the tick. In 1,000 points, lost it. Yep. Almost at 57 now. 57.55 is below, he says. So just gonna show you now. Yeah, let's back to the intraday chart. Is where all the absorption happens. So he says that the next level below is 57.55. That one. That's the next target. And 57.40s. Yes, this area. And he says at 57.97. Yeah, so this area now, 57.97, must be reclaimed in order to squeeze higher. So the buyers need to come up, squeeze here, reclaim it, and then in order to push higher. If they want to squeeze, of course, and not going down. So basically we are done for the day. Yeah, he says we had tariffs. I'm not quite sure about tariffs. Just gonna check on the headlines fast. I'm just curious. Newsfeed. You can just give me a sec. Let's see if we have any. So I'm just looking for the news feeds. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the Financial Juice website because I don't see them anywhere in my Discord. I'm considering in the future when I start making some real money and get a live. Oh yeah, so set. I'm just gonna share with you now. To start the Financial Juice, I'm gonna log in. Yeah, I'm gonna show you now. So we basically see what Mancini was talking about. So basically, Trump prepares for auto tariff announcement as soon as Wednesday, which is today. There's nothing else. We just see the US percent, the dollar, and everything. Indexes. Uh, Again about the tariffs. But there's nothing else. It's just they say that it's going to be an auto announcement on Wednesday. Let's just see if there's any more announcement from Mancini, and I'll close the stream for today. Yeah, there's nothing else. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave it here as we are. We see there's still some absorption here trying to push lower. Could be lower. Could be 57.50s here. We don't care anymore. We took our trade, which was this part, the break of this structure, and then bam, weekly previous DVA broke. Level 1 took profits. and level 2 is another one. It's like 10 points below. So we hit both profit targets. I didn't want to lose to hold both until here, just in case, just in case you saw some buyers coming. So I wanted to protect it, but we did very nice risk management. When the moment we hit here and we broke below right to here, as I'm gonna see in the videos, I basically raised trailed my stop loss here, and then boom, we had another one. We had a profit taken here. And if you see, as I said, you see that there's always a nice gap. You see like uh, that level, the technical level, is at 57.71, and yet you see that there is always a small gap. Yeah, that's why I placed my stop around, I think, here. So we got filled 100%. And I think I'll tell you exactly, basically. I'm gonna put the Fibonacci actually from the. So I'm gonna put the Fibonacci here, go here. Yep. So we got out here at 57. Let me see. 57.74. Price went to 57.72. So basically, we lost only 2 points to the maximum. So we did a really good job there regarding risk management, maximize my profits, and yeah, entries, everything was there. Okay, thank you very much for staying with me for so long time. I'm gonna see you tomorrow. It's my day off again tomorrow, so we're gonna be trading together. If you have any questions, as always, comment on this video, or you can send me a message or comment my post. I'm gonna post it later on my Facebook profile, which is, I'm gonna set it now. So give me a sec. So basically, it's this one. Institutional trader. My link is on my YouTube profile, so you can click from there. And feel free to comment my post or anything, or message me, and I'm gonna answer if you have any questions. So far, okay, thank you very much for staying, and I'm gonna take a break now and do my reviews later. And thank you very much.